Hello, so continuing with our tutorial, we will be modeling a pulley like this. Okay, this pulley. Okay, so we are not going to be using the circular feature like what we used in modeling this one. Okay, we are not going to use the circular feature. With this, we are going to use rectangles like this. We are going to be using rectangles. So let's start. We are going to create something like, let me show you what we'll be creating. Something like this. Okay, so let's start. Um, okay. So we start from the right plane. Click on the right plane, sketch. Make sure the right plane is selected. Click on the line, drop down menu, drop down button. Click on center line. Make a vertical and sorry. Okay. You make a vertical and then a horizontal center line. So line, center line. Starting from the origin. Okay. So you should have something like this, a vertical and a horizontal center line. Now let's go to the rectangle to click on the arrow and then select center rectangle. We'll be using center rectangle for now. So now position your mouse or your pencil to the upper side of the origin. Okay, it shouldn't be on the origin. We are going to draw the center rectangle on the top. Okay, it shouldn't be anywhere around this place or below. It should be at the upward side. So click on somewhere around here and then drag it out. Okay, so make something like this. We will dimension it later, so no need to worry about it. So now click on the rectangle, center rectangle. We are making another rectangle on top of this one. So click here. Make sure you're not clicking on any point like this or like this. So click here, drag it out like this. Good. Release and click on select. So now we have to add dimensions, but first let's add another rectangle in the middle to join them. So click on corner rectangle. This time for this we use center rectangle, but for this we are using corner rectangle. Move to somewhere around this place. Make sure the edge turns to orange, meaning you are snapping it. So now here, move it to the top. Make sure it turns orange too, meaning you are snapping it. Release. Right click and then click on select. So you have a shape like this. Good. We now have a shape like this. I don't know if I'm going to use dimensions, but let's see. I have to use dimensions, so I'll check from the page. So now we have to dimension it. Let's start with the dimensioning. Okay, so this is the dimension. So 1.5 to 2.5 here. So before we dimension, let's add a relation. This center rectangle and then the other one, they are both symmetric, but the corner rectangle is not symmetric. So we have to make it symmetric. To make it symmetric, let's click on this vertical line, hold control, click on the one here, and then click on the center line. So these three vertical lines should be selected. Now come to your left side again, click on symmetric. You are good to go. So you are now done with the relation. So now let's add a dimension. Click on smart dimension. So we click on this head. It's 1.5. Good. Let me check if it's correct. 1.5. And then the other one is what? 2.0. Now click here. Move down. It's 2.0. Good. You should have something like this. Alright. Now it's left with the dimensions 2.50, 0.25. And this dimension is not from here to here. No, it is a linear dimension, and to create that linear dimension we need to click on this vertical line, move it here, and then click on the other one on the other end, and then you get a linear dimension like this. Okay, when you just click on this line and move this way, that's not a linear dimension. Okay, so let's click on this and then click on this, and then we get a linear dimension. Now it is what? 0.250. Good. Now you have something like this. We are getting there, right? Good. So now let's start with these dimensions. 1, 2, 3, 4. So with this dimension, let me explain to you. This 1.0 means that from this point to the center line, this horizontal center line is 1. from this point to the horizontal center line is 1.750. From this end, this point to the horizontal center line is 5. And then from this point to the horizontal center line is 7. So let's come here. Let's make it that way. So smart dimension. So now smart dimension. Click on smart dimension. Click on this point. Click on the horizontal center line. Move it down. And then that's 1. Good. Click on this point. Click on the horizontal center line. Sorry, I already selected the horizontal center. So click here. Click here. And then that's I have to check. Sorry. 1.75 and 7. So 1.7. 1.7. Good. Now click on this point and then horizontal center line, and then that will be 5, and then this, and then this. Sorry, not a point. This point and then horizontal center line, and that will be 7. So you should be having something like this. After everything, this is what you should be having. Okay, so you know how to play the dimensions. So now this is what you have gotten. So you can now apply your feature, which is the revolve boss. So we'll go to features. Click on this side. Okay. Go to features and then click on revolve boss or base. Axis of revolution is always the horizontal center line. So click on the axis of revolution to select it. Good, is selected. Now come here and select what you want to apply the feature on. So click on this. Click on this. Good. You can see the preview and then click on this middle part. You are good to go. Nice. So you have it. And this is your pulley, the normal pulley. Yes, the normal pulley. So this is what we have gotten. We have gotten this. Okay. Now we need to have something like this. And with this, we just have to create a sketch and then we'll cut using the revolve cut and then we'll get that. So back to the right plane. Click on right plane, sketch, and okay, like this. Good. Make center lines. Click on line, center line, make a vertical and then a horizontal center line starting from the origin. So here and then here. Okay, now we have this. We want to create this cut. So this is the shape that we want to create. Something like this. This is the shape. Here, here, here. That's the shape. So click on line, move here, start from here. Make sure you are snapping it. Good. Here. Good. Good. So you should have something like this. Okay. So you can now apply your dimensions. I don't know. We should add a dimension. Okay. So it's 5, 5, and then angle is 40. So click on smart dimension. Click on here. Move downwards is 5 inches. Sorry, 0.5. 0.5. Click on this. I forgot to add a relation. Okay. We need to add a relation. So back. We need to add a relation before adding the dimension. So you click on this diagonal line, hold control, click on this, and then click on the vertical line. Sorry. Good. You have the diagonal lines and then the vertical line selected. Now come to the left side and then click on symmetric. Good. Now you're good to add the dimensions. This side is 0.5. This side is 0.5. The angle, to add the angle, just click on this diagonal line without holding control. Move it and then click on this diagonal line. Move it up and then you are creating your angle. The angle is what? 40. Good. So you are done. Now I want to cut. So we'll go to features, revolve cuts. Good. axis of revolution is always the horizontal center line. So select that, and you can see the preview. All right, this is the preview. Now click on OK, and your pulley has been created. So this is just the pulley. Very simple, right? This is the pulley. Good. So you first start with the triangles, sorry, rectangles. Then you revolve boss. After that, you come back to the right plane, make that shape, and then you go to revolve cut, and then you get your pulley like this. So now let's add the cuts. Let's come here to the exam paper. This cuts 1, 2, 3, and then the one in the middle. So let's start with the one in the middle is already there because of the type of the way we made this one. Okay, the one in the middle is already there, so we only have to add. There's a small cut here, more like a square shape. Okay, so click on this face, sketch. Let me show you what I'm talking about. There's a hole here. This thing is dark. All right, you can see this from here. You can see there's a cut here, so we are going to make that cut. All right, good. So let's make that cut. You have selected the face and you have selected sketch. Now click on corner rectangle, sketch somewhere around here, and then move up like this. Good. Now we have to move this thing here. How do we move it here? We want to move this thing to the middle. Okay, so now we select the bottom edge, and then holding control select this origin, and then click on midpoint. We have it there. All right, good. Now add your smart dimension. This side, make it 0.3, something like this, and then this side, make it, okay, sorry, let's add the dimensions before. Smart dimension, so let's start corner rectangle. So we have the face selected. Now let's make the shape. Click on corner rectangle. Now make the shape from here, somewhere here. Good. Dimension it. Okay. From this side to this side, let's make it 0.2. Good. Now let's position this thing to the middle. So how do we position this thing to the middle? We only need to add a relation between the bottom edge and the origin. So select the origin whilst holding control for multiple selection. Click on this bottom edge. So you have these two selected. Now come to your left and then click on midpoint. Now it's moved to the middle, and then you have it there. So now we want to cut through. We want to cut through. So click on features, extruded cut, and then with the extruded cut, we want to cut through all. So we'll come here and then click on through all. Click on OK, and then you have your cuts. Good. You have this cut. So the only thing left for us to do are these cuts. 1, 2, 3. And with that, we are only going to make this cut, and then we are going to use a circular pattern to what? Make the other ones. So click on this face, click on sketch. So this is, look at the shape so that you can follow along. This is the shape. Sorry. This is the shape. This is the shape. So let's go. Diagonal line. So line from here to here. I'm not going to use dimension. I'm just going to use my raw dimension. So we have a diagonal line. Now we have to make an arc. So let's see. Go to the arc, tangent, arc, this point, this point. Good. Sorry. Then this point, use the tangent arc here, but for this part I think you should use a 3 point arc. So arc, click on this point, click on this point, and then move it up. Okay, okay, so 3 point arc is better. So with the top one, to use 3 point arc instead of the tangent arc. So 3 point arc instead of tangent arc. So good, you have this shape, and the shape is just like this. Okay, that's good. You can apply dimensions to the diameter, because you have to apply dimensions. Let's say 1.6, let's say like this, and then relations. Okay, you can make this side, this diagonal line, hold control, click on this, and then make it equal. All right, good, good. You can see that my sketch is underdefined because there are certain dimensions that I haven't added. Okay, I haven't added, but let's see if I add this dimension. Okay, it's still underdefined, right? It's okay because I didn't use dimensions, so this is okay. I later I'll show you how to force define or falsely fully define your sketch. Okay, later. So let's see. So I have the sketch. Now I want to cut. I want to cut through. So let's go to features, extruded cut, through all, right? Through all is already selected. Then click on done. Good. We have one cut. Now how do we make the other cut without doing another sketch and then cutting? Yes, click on the cut, extrude to. That's the cut. Now you want to make a circular pattern, so go to features, not sketch. Go to features, go to linear pattern, click on the drop down menu, and then click on circular pattern. So now we have to fill in these things. Direction one. Direction one means any circular path. So you can select this circular path or this circular edge. So any. So let's use this. And then with that, we have already selected 6. So the default can be 1. Mine is 6 because I've already worked on something. I use 6. So let's see, it's 3 that we want. So type 3 here, number of instances. Good. Now we have the 3, and the preview is here. You are supposed to see the preview. If you are not seeing the preview, so you can come here and then click on partial preview or full preview. So now you can click on OK to apply your circular pattern, and that's good. So we created only one cut, and then we have used the circular pattern to what? Add the other cuts. So that's it for the pulley system. Let me check if I did the right thing. All right, that's it. So that's it. That's it. That's basically what and how to make a pulley. And this level 200 first semester examination. Okay, this is what they did. The pulley. This is what they did. You should master it because during our time he bought something like this, and he also repeated it in for the level 200. So I think for the pulley, the pipe and those things, you have to just know how to do it. Okay, so okay, okay, so we are back again, and then with this you can see that with this we used 3 rectangles to create this, and then after that we also use the cut revolve to get this shape. But we could have done this directly by just getting a shape like this. Let me show you. Okay, this is the shape that we wanted. Okay, but the first thing we did, we added the rectangles, did revolve balls, and then we later drew this sketch and then made a cut. But you can just make this sketch. Okay, we can just add it, and then it will be just one sketch, one full sketch. Then we can use the revolve balls and we will get a similar thing. Okay, so we'll be making use of the fillet, the trim entities, and that. Okay, so okay, so let me delete everything. Let me delete everything. So from here down to here, from here down to here, click on delete, right click, delete, yes, yes, yes. So I've deleted everything. I'll also delete the revolve, yes, and then I'll be left with just this sketch. We are left with just this sketch and the dimensions. Okay, now we want to edit the sketch, so right click on the sketch from features bar, or features manager, and then click on edit sketch. Okay, so now you can edit your sketch. So we have something like this. We have to add a fillet here, a fillet here, a fillet here. So check the radius of the fillet is 0.25. So let's come to features. Sorry, this is sketch. So sketch fillet. Click on this. Sorry. Sorry. Edit feature. Not yet. We shouldn't add a fillet yet. We need to trim before. So let's trim. You can see that this side is different from this side. And then this is also different from this. This is because there's something blocking what? This place. So this triangle or this rectangle is different from this rectangle and also different from this rectangle. But we can trim. We can get rid of this line from here and then here, so that this place will be just one sketch, and then we can get rid of just this place and then this place to make this one to one sketch. So let's go to sketch, click on trim entities, zoom in, make sure you are not moving diagonally, just move downwards, make sure power trim is selected. Don't move diagonally because you may end up trimming the center rectangle, center line. It's not good. So back. So trim entities, power trim, move like this, move like this. Good. Now come here downwards to move like this and then move like this. So now we have just one sketch. So this thing is just one sketch. Okay. It's just one sketch. When I click on this, I select everything. It's just one sketch. Because there's no thing or any line breaking it. Okay, good. So now what do you have to do? We have to add a fillet. So click on sketch, go to fillet, click on this point, good. Click on this point, on this point. The radius of the fillet is not 0.1, it's 0.25. So good. We have this, apply it. So we already have our shape. It's only left with this thing. How do we do that? Just as we did with the revolve cut. Click on the line, good. Makes a vertical line like this, diagonal one, continue, diagonal again, join it here. So you should have this shape like this. Okay, and then with this you should even have an idea of how we are going to do this. Okay, but first let's add the relations. So click on this diagonal line, hold control, click on this diagonal line, control, click on this center line, then add symmetric. Good. Now what do we need to do to get a shape like this? You can see that there's something joining here. What do we have to do? We only have to trim that thing away. So we have to trim this side away. So trim entities, power trim, trim it away. We have our shape. Is this not just the same as this? It is. Good. We have already added dimensions already, so no need to add it again. I was using the old sketch. I only had to use the trim entities to show you how you can do it without using the revolve cut. So with this, go click on sketch one. You have only one sketch. Okay. Now go to features, revolve boss, axis of revolution, choose the horizontal center line, and now you have your pulley, just like the other one. And now even with this, you apply a fillet. So you can see the fillet here. You can see the fillet here. Good. So if there's a need to apply any other fillet, click on fillet from the features tab, add a fillet here. Let me say I want to add another fillet here. Just play with your fillets and then you are good to go. So this is how to make the pulley system with the trim entities and with just one sketch. Okay. Good. So we are done with pulley. You know how to make the holes. You know how to use circular pattern to make the holes. Good, good, good. If you want to sketch on this face, click on it, click on sketch. If you want to sketch on this face, click on it and click on sketch. Thank you.